out a plane. Tried falling more in love with you. We missed the train each morning, and then we don't know what to do. I can't live with or without you. We could be dying if our hearts beat too slow. 100 reasons I can think to be with you. So if we're drowning, let our love keep us afloat.
If we're gonna leave this ship, we're gonna have to sink or swim. Take my hand and dive in. I'll never let you go again. If we're gonna leave this ship, we're gonna have to sink or swim. Take my hand and dive in. I'll never let you go again. I'll never let you, never let you, never let you. I'll never let you, never let you. We're gonna have to sink or swim.
It seemed to rain for days, I guess our hearts were pouring. We didn't keep the scores, this game we played, it ain't rewarding. It's like we changed our names and that's the reason we ignoring. We highly flammable, I guess we didn't read the warnings. So use with caution, cause girl we awesome. We gotta cherish this, it doesn't come along that often. Just stay for summer, guarantee you'll still be here in autumn. The love I got for you will never ever go to auction. I can't live with or without you. We could be dying if our hearts beat too slow. 100 reasons I can think to be with you. So if we're drowning, let our love keep us afloat.
If we're gonna leave this ship, we're gonna have to sink or swim. Take my hand and dive in. I'll never let you go again. If we're gonna leave this ship, we're gonna have to sink or swim. Take my hand and dive in. I'll never let you go again. I'll never let you, never let you, never let you. I'll never let you, never let you. We're gonna have to sink or swim. I'll never let you, never let you, never let you. I'll never let you, never let you. We're gonna have to sink or swim. Don't let me go, don't let me go, don't let me go under.
Don't let me go, don't let me go, don't let me go.
I'll never let you, never let you go.
If we're gonna leave this ship, we're gonna have to sink or swim. Take my hand and dive in. I'll never let you go again.
I'll never let you, never let you, never let you. I'll never let you, never let you. We're gonna have to sink or swim. I'll never let you, never let you, never let you. I'll never let you, never let you. We're gonna have to sink or swim.
Yeah, yeah. Listening to my old songs back when I would talk about things that hadn't happened yet, but now I get to talk about. Just got back from South Beach, Collins Ave Shore Club. Always celebrating what I wanna see more of. Took my mom with me, let her soak up all the sunshine. Let her watch her rain stop, all because of sunshine. That's what I call foresight, that's what I call manifesting. Moving to the rhythm of my intuition. Anything I want, I speak into existence. That's how I'm living. That's how I'm winning. 5 bands a show now, and you know it's going up. Plays in the millions, guess I'm finally blowing up. Oh, what the feeling. 10 years making beats. Patience tastes bitter, but the aftertaste is so sweet. Could've stopped at any time, wouldn't have believed this. People used to talk down, but now I got them speechless. That's what I call foresight, that's what I call manifesting. Moving to the rhythm of my intuition. Anything I want, I speak into existence. That's how sounding lazy? Am I the only one who does themselves on the daily? I don't wanna hear about these rappers with the same flows. Everybody cut, copy, paste, and where the game go. I remember when I was a kid that would've warranted excommunication from the game, now they rewarding it. Got me so glad I know myself. Moving to the rhythm of my intuition. Anything I want, I speak into existence. That's how I'm living. That's how I'm winning.
Shadows fall over my heart. I black out the moon. I wait for you to come around. You got me dancing in the dark. I close my eyes, but I won't sleep tonight. Baby, you should come with me. I'll take you to the dark side. Me and you and me, do bad things in the nighttime. Baby, you should come with me, and we can kill the lights, hit the lights, let it black out, hit the lights, let it black out. Oh. Blackbird, black moon, black sky, black light, black everything, black heart, black keys, black diamonds, black out, black everything, black everything, all black, everything, all black, everything, all black, everything, black. In a nocturnal state of mind, children of the night, but it's the only way of life. It's black holes pulling me inside of this black heart, the black soul underneath this black sky. Baby, you should come with me. I'll take you to the dark side. Me and you and me, do bad things in the nighttime. Baby, you should come with me, and we can kill the lights, hit the lights, let it black out, hit the lights, let it black out. Oh. Blackbird, black moon, black sky, black light, black everything, black heart, black keys, black diamonds, black out, black everything, black everything, all black, everything, all black, everything, all black, everything, black. Baby, you should come with me. Me and you and me. Baby, you should come with me, and we can kill the lights, hit the lights, let it black out, hit the lights, let it black out. Blackbird, black moon, black sky, black light, black everything, black heart, black keys, black diamonds, black out, black everything, black everything, all black, everything, all black, everything, all black, everything, black.
Hey, what's up everyone? Hope you're having a good evening tonight. Alright, so let's take a look at the total crypto market cap and get the night started off. Bears are gaining some momentum on the MACD for the weekly. The stochastic is beginning to coil up, so still looking like there's a major move coming soon. It's either going to bounce or cross bearish. Still neutral for now on the RSI, looking like it is attempting to get into the bearish control zone. And we are bearishly engulfing below the fib level for now. Daily bears are still losing momentum on the MACD, but the stochastic is beginning to coil up. We are under the 20 though, so it's possible that we get a bounce, but it does look like it's attempting to cross bearish. Bearish control zone on the RSI. And I don't really like the way how we came up to the fib level and it just wicked and pulled back. This is looking like that there's a lot of basically a lot of resistance at this level here. So it is possible that we see some further pullback, especially if we see the stochastic cross bearish. Bulls losing momentum on the MACD for the 4 hour. The stochastic is beginning to coil up and looks like on the 4 hour it may be attempting to cross bullish. Still in the bearish control zone on the RSI for now. And so far it's looking like we are getting some higher lows and higher highs on the candles. So if we do get a bullish cross here, maybe it'll break. If we rally and break above this fib level and then form higher lows here, at that point the total crypto market cap will be looking nicer, but for now it's still looking a little bit sketchy. Bears losing momentum on the MACD for the 1 hour, stochastics crossed bullish. We were just very slightly oversold on the RSI, and now we're still in the bearish control zone but attempting to get neutral. And a lot of consolidation on the candles here, a little attempt at bullish engulfing, but so far this just looks more like consolidation than anything. Alright, Bitcoin. For this week, the bulls are losing momentum on the MACD, and the stochastic did cross bearish. RSI is also in the bearish control zone, and we attempted to break above this fib level, rejected, and now we're coming back down here and making an attempt at breaking below this fib level here. On the daily, bears are losing momentum on the MACD and the stochastic is coiling up. Bearish control zone on the RSI. So far it's looking like it is attempting to hold this fib level, but we also closed yesterday's candle bearishly engulfing, so it might take another attempt at breaking below here now, especially with the stochastic coiling up the way that it is. Okay, 4 hour, bulls losing momentum on the MACD, stochastics coiling up, so that looks alright at least. Bearish control zone on the RSI, and looking like we have a little bit of a bear flag going on here. So it looks a bit more bearish than bullish currently, until we see some more signs of bullish momentum building and a bullish cross, maybe some bullish engulfing. It'd look better at that point, but for now it does look a little bit more bearish than bullish. 1 hour, bears are losing momentum on the MACD, the stochastic is coiling up. We're in the bearish control zone on the RSI, and quite a lot of consolidation going on the candles here. Alright, Ethereum, bulls are losing momentum on the MACD for the weekly. Stochastic still crossed bullish, but starting to coil up a little bit. Neutral on the RSI for now. And a little bit of bearish engulfing going on the candles here. And we are below the fib level here with bearish engulfing for now. Bears losing a bit of momentum on the MACD for the daily. Stochastics coiling up. Very slightly in the bearish control zone for the RSI, looking like it may attempt to go neutral. And yeah, quite a lot of consolidation on the daily candles for Ethereum as well, and we did have some bearish divergence before we seen this pullback. Bulls losing momentum on the MACD for the 4 hour. Stochastics coiling up, looks like it may attempt to cross bullish. Still in the bearish control zone on the RSI though, and quite a lot of consolidation on these 4-hour candles. Overall, most of the crypto market's looking quite indecisive right now. Bears losing momentum on the MACD for Ethereum, bullish cross on the stochastic. Still in the bearish control zone for now on the RSI, but looks like it is attempting to go neutral. And for the candles, it looks like we just have a lot of consolidation going on here currently. So XRP is still in this very large pennant that we've been in since December of 2020. So we've been consolidating in this pennant for a bit over a year now currently. As soon as we see a clear breakout from this pennant, the move that it's going to make is likely going to be a very, very powerful move, either up or down, depending on how we break out of this pennant. Okay, so bulls losing momentum on the MACD for the weekly with a bearish cross on the stochastic, bearish control zone on the RSI, and bearishly engulfing on the weekly candles. So as long as we don't break the bottom of this pennant, it's still looking okay for XRP. Bears losing momentum on the MACD for the daily with a bullish cross on the stochastic. RSI starting to come back up a little bit, but we're still in the bearish control zone for now. And just a lot of consolidation. Looks like almost a bit of a bear flag going on here. 4-hour bulls are beginning to gain some momentum with a bullish cross on the stochastic. We were oversold on the RSI, now we're neutral. And now making an attempt at bullish engulfing on the candles here. And bulls are gaining momentum on the MACD for the 1 hour, bullish cross on the stochastic. We're still in the bullish control zone here on the RSI, so I do like the looks of this. And looking like we have higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, higher lows, higher highs, higher highs. So we're forming consistent higher highs and higher lows on the 1 hour after having some a bullish divergence right here on the candles and the RSI. We got pretty close to overbought, but not quite, and now we're just in the bullish control zone. So maybe the smaller time frames, we might start to see a little rally on XRP, and at that point the larger time frames would be looking a bit nicer. For now, I'd still remain cautious though. Let's take a look at some of the DeFi coins. Alright, VVS Finance. Lots of consolidation, but so far it's looking like we may have a bit of a higher low here on the weekly. Yeah, we definitely do have a higher low here on the daily. So maybe we have a potential double bottom going on here, so that's looking decent. And bears losing momentum on the MACD for the daily, bullish cross on the stochastic, potential double bottom. It's looking alright for a potential reversal at these levels currently on the daily. Stochastic's coiling up on the 4 hour as well, and we're attempting to bullishly engulf on the candles. So if we get a nice bullish cross here and some bullish momentum beginning to build again, and we were oversold on the RSI, now we're neutral, lots of room to go to the upside. There's potential for a bottom on VVS here. 1 hour bears losing momentum on the MACD, neutral on the RSI, bullish cross on the stochastic, and a little attempt at bullish engulfing on the candles. I'm liking the looks of VVS currently. definitely possible that this could be a bottom for it, which if we do get a bottom on VVS here, the upside potential on this asset is absolutely phenomenal. Yeah, I believe that would be over a 15x to the previous all-time highs, probably between 15 to 20, so absolutely great risk-reward ratio from where we are currently on this asset. And the utility of this coin, this is definitely one of my favorite DeFi projects. VVS would be a DeFi 1.0 protocol by Chronos Chain, which is Crypto.com's DeFi chain. So this is somewhat a Crypto.com coin, which Crypto.com would be my favorite centralized exchange. Alright, Polar. Bears gaining momentum on the MACD for the daily, bearish cross on the stochastic, we were just overbought on the RSI. Now we're attempting to get down into the bearish control zone and bearish engulfing, so possible we do see some further pullback on Polar. Bears gaining momentum on the MACD for the 4 hour as well, stochastics cross bearish but beginning to coil up a little bit. RSI is in the bearish control zone with more room to go to the downside, and we're attempting to bearishly engulf on the candles here. If we do form support at these levels, that would be looking quite nice, as that would be attempting to form support at previous resistance levels. But if we see Polar to continue to pull back, there could be quite a bit of downside on this asset. Bears losing momentum on the 1 hour with a bearish cross on the stochastic, bearish control zone on the RSI, and looking like a little attempt at bearish engulfing on the candles. So I'd be keeping a close eye on Polar to make sure that we don't start to break below around, probably around $1.80. And as long as we just form some higher lows than where we have here, it's still looking alright for now. Yeah, this is a really interesting looking chart. We are at pretty close to the psychological 10-cent region. Very nice rally that we've seen on Sphere so far, though. Bears are starting to gain some momentum on the MACD for the 4 hour, and the stochastic is crossed bearish. We also have some bearish divergence on the chart, and now it's just consolidating, attempting to decide what to do here. Definitely possible that we do start to see a bit of a reversal here back to the downside, though. The momentum looks a little bit choppy. Stochastic is coiling up pretty heavily. Neutral on the RSI for now, and just extreme consolidation at these levels, which doesn't surprise me with the bearish divergence that we see going on. It was in a very nice uptrend, and now it's just consolidating, looking like it's really trying to decide which direction it wants to go next. Bears gaining momentum on the MACD for, oh, here's the 1 hour. Yeah, it just looks more choppy than anything on the 1 hour. I'd be keeping a close eye to make sure that we don't top out here. If so, this would be a very, very nice region to be taking profits, but if we can hold this level here and start to see some other indicators turn around, maybe it'll start to look alright, but this is starting to look a bit like a potential top area for Sphere. So anyone that's in this project, I'd be keeping a very close eye on Sphere in the coming days. Okay, Doge actually broke bullishly out of that pennant we were in, so I really like the looks of this currently. And that was just a 1 hour pennant that we were in here. So weekly, bulls are still gaining momentum on the MACD. The stochastic is coiling up quite heavily. We're very slightly in the bearish control zone on the RSI, and looking like a lot of consolidation at this level for the candles on the weekly. Bears losing momentum on the MACD for the daily, bullish cross on the stochastic. Really liking the looks of the way that this chart looks on the daily here, with the way that we just broke bullish out of the pennant. And the RSI is neutral, but attempting to get into the bullish control zone by the looks of it. Overall, Doge is starting to look quite nice. Bulls gaining momentum on the MACD for the 4 hour, exactly what we want to be seeing here. Bullish cross on the stochastic. RSI is neutral, but attempting to get to the bullish control zone. And now we're attempting to bullishly engulf here. And let's take a look at that 1 hour. So we were just consolidating in a pennant here for a while, attempted to break, came back down, finally broke out of the pennant, retested the resistance as support now, and now we're attempting to just lift off from here and start to get a nice rally. So the stochastic's coiling up, so attempting to decide what to do for the next major move, but this is starting to look like a nice potential rally's coming on Doge. So ideally for Doge, I would like to see us get back above into the fib extension here around 16 cents. And if we break above here and form higher lows, Doge could be looking nice for a potential reversal back to the upside from these levels. And the risk reward on Doge is absolutely phenomenal from where we are currently. We're actually below the fib extensions, so it would be a bit over a 5x to previous all-time highs, which is what I typically aim for on an asset I'm accumulating. Alright, Shiba Inu. Bears losing momentum on the MACD for the weekly, bullish cross on the stochastic, neutral on the RSI. And I like the way that we're consolidating above the fib level for now. Bulls attempting to gain some momentum on the MACD for the daily, stochastics coiling up. Neutral on the RSI for now. And looking like we actually have a bull flag going on here, so I do like the looks of Shiba on the daily so far. Bears gaining a little momentum on the MACD for the 4 hour with a bearish cross on the stochastic. Looks like it's starting to coil up a little bit. Neutral on the RSI, and just a lot of consolidation on these 4 hour candles here. Bears losing momentum on the MACD for the 1 hour with a bullish cross on the stochastic, neutral on the RSI, and attempting a little bit of bullish engulfing on the 1 hour candles here. Yeah, Shiba Inu is actually starting to look alright. Starting to show signs of a potential rally coming on this asset, so it is looking nicer than it did. Like on the weekly, I really liked the way that we just wicked to this fib level and came back up, and the smaller time frames are starting to look nice. I'm going to take a look at an asset I haven't taken a look at in a little while here, Dash. I had one person asking to see this tonight, so we'll see how Dash is looking. I'm going to get a better chart for that. Alright, so we are currently below the 786 fib level. Yeah, I extended that a little bit too far here. There we go. Yeah, still below the 786 fib level. Bearish cross on the MACD for the weekly with bulls losing momentum. Bearish control zone on the RSI. And quite a lot of consolidation going on the candles here at this level. Bears losing momentum on the MACD for the daily, bullish cross on the stochastic, still on the bearish control zone on the RSI, but attempting to get into the neutral zone. And just a lot of consolidation on the candles here. With the bears losing momentum and the bullish cross on the daily and a little attempt at bullish engulfing, it's looking alright at least. Bulls attempting to gain momentum on the 4 hour with a bullish cross on the stochastic. A little bit of bullish divergence on the 4 hour. Now the RSI is up around neutral and attempting to bullishly engulf. So possible that we do start to see a little bit of a rally here on this asset. Bulls gaining momentum on the MACD for the 1 hour, bullish cross on the stochastic, bullish control zone on the RSI, and attempting to bullishly engulf. And also looks like we've been forming consistent higher lows and attempting to go for higher highs now. So maybe we will start to see a rally on Dash here, starting to look nicer than it was. This is one asset that I absolutely love the risk-reward ratio from where we're at. It would be a bit over a 15x if I'm not mistaken to the previous all-time highs. Yeah, definitely a bit over 15. So typically I like to aim for at the minimum a 5x to previous all-time highs. So a 15x to previous all-time highs, great risk-reward ratio if we start to see this asset really begin to rally. This is one asset that I'm accumulating at these levels, and I will be accumulating Dash until it goes above 150 USD. Because that would still give us at least a 10x to the previous highs, but from where we were at now, absolutely phenomenal risk-reward ratio on Dash. I'd be waiting for a little bit more signs of a reversal and rally back to the upside, but just based off accumulation zone on where we're at on this asset, I do really like the looks of Dash currently. Alright, so let's take a look at some US stock indexes and some precious metals. Alright, Dow Jones. Bears losing momentum on the MACD for the weekly. Stochastic's coiling up, so attempting to decide what to do next. Neutral on the RSI for now. Looks like it is attempting to get into the bearish control zone, and we got some bearish engulfing going on the weekly candles. Tiny bit of bearish momentum growing on the daily MACD. Stochastic just got a tiny bullish cross though. Pretty close to the 20 zone, so that's looking decent. Neutral on the RSI, and extreme consolidation going on these daily candles. Market's really indecisive and trying to decide where to go next. Bulls are losing momentum on the MACD for the 4 hour with a bearish cross on the stochastic. Neutral on the RSI for now, and we got a little bit of bearish engulfing going on the 4 hour candles. So far it's higher low, higher low, higher low. Yeah, if we form a higher low and then attempt a higher high, maybe it'll be looking alright. For now, it's just looking very choppy, though. Bears gaining momentum on the 1 hour, bearish cross. Neutral on the RSI for now, just pulled back up to neutral a little bit. And same thing I was saying about those higher lows and potential higher highs coming. So if we form another higher low and go for a higher high, might be looking decent. For now, it just looks choppy, though. Alright, S&P 500. Bears gaining momentum on the MACD for the weekly with a bearish cross on the stochastic. Still neutral on the RSI, but attempting to pull back into the bearish control zone, and bearish engulfing going on the weekly candles. Bears gaining momentum on the MACD for the daily with the stochastic coiling up under the 20 zone. A little bit of bearish engulfing happening on the candles here, and looking like we're just starting to enter the bearish control zone on the RSI for the daily. Bulls losing momentum on the MACD for the 4 hour, bearish cross on the stochastic, bearish control zone on the RSI, and attempting to bearishly engulf. So the Dow Jones definitely looks a lot nicer than the S&P 500. The S&P kind of looks like it does want to attempt to form some lower lows currently. Bears gaining momentum on the MACD for the 1 hour with a bearish cross on the stochastic. We were just very slightly oversold on the RSI, now we're hovering above 30. And looking like it's attempting to form lower lows, so we're going to have to wait and see if we do form lower lows or if we just hold this level here. If we hold here, it'll be looking alright, but it does look like it's making an attempt at some lower lows. Alright, Nasdaq. Bears gaining momentum on the MACD for the weekly with a bearish cross on the stochastic, bearish control zone on the RSI, and some bearish engulfing going on the candles currently. Bears gaining momentum on the MACD for the daily, stochastics coiled up. A little bit of a bullish cross, but starting to coil up. bearish control zone on the RSI, and attempting to bearishly engulf on the daily candles. Bulls losing momentum on the MACD for the 4 hour, bearish cross on the stochastic, bearish control zone on the RSI, and attempting to bearishly engulf on the 4 hour candles as well. Bears losing momentum on the MACD for the 1 hour, bearish cross on the stochastic. We are a little bit oversold on the RSI, but for the candles it does look like it's attempting to go for a lower low here. Yeah, looking like there's a strong probability that we're going to see a bit more of a pullback here. So stock indexes are looking pretty choppy, but looking a bit more bearish than bullish currently. Alright, let's take a look at some precious metals. Alright, gold. Still losing bullish momentum on the MACD for the weekly, but the stochastic is attempting to cross bullish here. Bullish control zone on the RSI after being slightly overbought, and now we're attempting to bullishly engulf on the weekly candles. Yeah, this is also looking very interesting on the monthly. Bulls gaining momentum on the monthly for the first time since January 21 was the last time that we actually seen bullish momentum on the monthly here. Nice bullish cross. We're in the bullish control zone on the RSI with more room to go to the upside if it wants to. And we're attempting to break a very significant resistance level right around 1977. So if we break here, the only real resistance we have left is previous all-time highs on gold. So I absolutely love the looks of gold on the monthly chart. Bulls gaining momentum on the MACD for the daily, bullish cross on the stochastic, bullish control zone on the RSI. And looking like we are attempting to get a nice little rally here on the daily. 4 hour bears are gaining momentum on the MACD, stochastics cross bearish but beginning to coil up. Bullish control zone on the RSI. And so far it's just looking like higher lows, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. Attempting to form some higher lows here. So if we start to see the bears losing momentum on the MACD and a nice bullish cross, very strong probability that we'll see a beautiful rally at that point. So I'll be keeping a very close eye on the 4 hour chart for gold. There is some bearish divergence here on the chart though, so that would be a sign of a potential reversal and starting to pull back from here. But if we do see the bears losing momentum with that bullish cross, could invalidate the bearish divergence, but I would still remain cautious because of the bearish divergence that's here. Bears losing momentum on the MACD for the 1 hour, bullish cross on the stochastic, beginning to coil up though, neutral on the RSI, and making an attempt at a little rally here on the 1 hour. Yeah, the smaller time frames looks alright, it's just the bearish divergence that has me a bit more cautious, I would say. If we start to see some signs of a rally forming on the 4 hour and daily though, I wouldn't be surprised if we invalidate it, especially the way that we're just at that very significant resistance level on gold currently. Alright, silver. Bulls are gaining momentum on the MACD. Stochastic is coiling up very nicely, so likely that we'll see a big move coming soon for silver. Bullish control zone on the RSI, and bullish engulfing on the candles here. And for silver, I like the way that we got a double bottom on the weekly. We broke above the fib level, attempt to form support at previous resistance levels, and now making an attempt at a rally again. Bulls gaining momentum on the MACD for the daily, bullish cross on the stochastic, bullish control zone on the RSI. And I really like the looks of the candles here. It does look like it's making a strong attempt at a rally. Bears gaining some slight momentum on the MACD for the 4 hour. Stochastics cross bearish. RSI's in the bullish control zone. And looking like we're making an attempt at actually bullishly engulfing, even though that we have the indicators pointing bearish currently. Bears losing momentum on the MACD for the 1 hour. Bullish cross. Neutral on the RSI for now. But we are still attempting to bullishly engulf. So same thing as gold, there is some bearish divergence, so it's definitely possible we do see a bit of a pullback, so I would remain cautious until we start to see more signs of a rally. But with how bullish precious metals are currently, it is possible that we invalidate the bearish divergence, so I'd be keeping a very close eye on both gold and silver for the coming days. Alright, quant. Bears are attempting to gain some momentum on the weekly MACD. Bearish cross on the stochastic, bearish control zone on the RSI, and some bearish engulfing on the candles. Yeah, the weekly's not really looking great for quant between everything here. Bears losing momentum on the daily MACD, stochastic coiling up significantly below the 20 zone. It's still in the bearish control zone on the RSI. And looking like consistent lower highs and lower lows here on the daily. So Quanta is currently looking more bearish than bullish. 4 hour, bulls attempting to gain momentum with a bullish cross. Still in the bearish control zone on the RSI. We do have some 4 hour bullish divergence though, so maybe that'll be enough for it to hold these levels. Bulls gaining some slight momentum on the 1 hour MACD, but the stochastics cross bearish. Bearish control zone on the RSI. And we do have some bullish divergence, but overall this asset is looking a bit more bearish than bullish. Yeah, especially whenever you go to the larger time frames like the weekly. Alright, well, I'll be back in one moment. Hey, what's up everyone? I'm back. Sorry about that. Alright. So Casper Labs. Bulls gaining momentum on the MACD for the weekly. Bullish cross on the stochastic. Still in the bearish control zone on the RSI with a little bit of bearish engulfing going on. This is looking a bit nicer than the quant chart on the weekly though. Bears losing momentum on the MACD for the daily. Stochastics coiling up under the 20 zone. Still neutral on the RSI, and looks like a lot of consolidation on the candles here. Bulls losing momentum on the MACD for the 4 hour. Stochastics coiling up, so it looks like it may be attempting to cross bullish on the 4 hour here. Still neutral on the RSI, and a lot of consolidation. So far it looks like we got higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. If we get a bullish cross on the stochastic, it's possible that we'll start to see a little rally going on, but still not looking 100% great, so I'd probably wait for a little more information to develop on this asset. Bears losing momentum on the MACD for the 1 hour, bullish cross on the stochastic here. The RSI just pulled back into the bearish control zone after going neutral. And just looking like a lot of consolidation going on the 1 hour candles here. If we start to see these smaller time frames looking nice, it would be a pretty nice accumulation zone on this asset, but I would definitely be keeping a close eye just to see if we get some more signs of a potential rally coming on Casper Labs. Alright, Alliance Block. Bears losing momentum on the MACD for the weekly. Stochastics coiling up pretty significantly here. Bearish control zone on the RSI. And looking like we got a little bit of bearish engulfing going on here. Bearish momentum is growing on the daily MACD, bearish cross on the stochastic, bearish control zone on the RSI, and bearish engulfing on the candles. So the daily doesn't look great whatsoever. Definitely signs of potential continuation of pulling back further. Bulls losing momentum on the MACD for the 4 hour with a bearish cross on the stochastic. Bearish control zone, lower highs, lower lows. Yeah, looking a bit more bearish than bullish currently. It is a very nice accumulation zone if we start to see signs of a potential reversal on this asset. I don't really see enough signs of a potential reversal yet on this asset. It's about a 7.5x to the previous all-time high, so it's a bit over the 5x I'll typically aim for. So whenever I start to see more signs of a potential reversal on this asset, I will likely be accumulating some Alliance Block at that point. Alright, CRV. Bears losing momentum on the MACD for the weekly. Stochastics coiling up. Bearish control zone on the RSI. And let's see, higher lows, Stochastics coiling up. Looks like it may attempt to cross the bearish. Bears are losing momentum on the MACD though. Bearish control zone on the RSI, and we're attempting to bearishly engulf below the fib level. Bears losing momentum on the daily. Stochastics coiling up on the daily as well. Bearish control zone on the RSI. And we broke below the fib level, attempted to get back up, got rejected, pulled back further. So now we're looking like it's attempting to bearishly engulf a little bit. Bulls losing momentum on the MACD for the 4 hour. Stochastic is beginning to coil up though. We are in the bearish control zone on the RSI. And the 4 hour, it's pretty well the same thing. We attempted to get back up above the fib level, rejected, and now we're back down here. And it looks like it may attempt to pull back further. Bears losing momentum on the MACD for the 1 hour. Stochastics cross bearish, bearish control zone on the RSI, and attempting to bearishly engulf. Yeah, looking a bit more bearish than bullish currently on CRV. Yeah, if we close the week bearishly engulfing below the fib level, it's not going to be looking that great, so this is one that I'll be keeping a close eye on for the weekly close. And I really want to see what happens with this stochastic here, and if it crosses bearish, we'll likely see some more bearish momentum begin to build. Bears losing momentum on the MACD for the weekly. Attempting to cross bearish on the stochastic, bearish control zone on the RSI. I like the way that we're respecting the fib level as support so far, at least. Yeah, really attempting to respect the fib level. It's just wicks down here, no thick part of the candle going on. Bears losing momentum on the MACD for the daily, stochastic cross bullish. Still in the bearish control zone for the RSI though, so I want to see that at least come back up to neutral. Bulls gaining momentum on the 4-hour MACD, bullish cross on the stochastic, neutral on the RSI, and attempting to bullishly engulf on the candles. Bulls attempting to gain some momentum on the 1-hour, bullish cross on the stochastic, bullish control zone on the RSI. And quite a lot of consolidation on the 1-hour candles here, but does look like it's making a little attempt at some bullish engulfing. So Hex is definitely looking a lot nicer than a lot of the other charts that I've looked at today so far for cryptos. Alright, let's take a look at a couple of stocks to finish off the night. Alright, Tesla. Bulls are now losing a bit of momentum on the MACD for the weekly. Stochastic is still cross bullish, but starting to coil up. Neutral on the RSI, and this weekly candle really doesn't look that great. Bears gaining momentum on the daily MACD. Stochastic is coiling up significantly below the 20 zone though. Neutral on the RSI, and a lot of consolidation going on the candles over the past few days. Bears losing momentum on the MACD for the 4-hour, stochastic cross bearish, bearish control zone on the RSI, and looks like it is making a little bit of an attempt at bearish engulfing. And even on the 1-hour, bears are attempting to gain momentum. Stochastic is very slightly bullish, but coiling up a lot. Bearish control zone on the RSI, and attempting to bearishly engulf on the candles. Yeah, I'd be keeping a close eye on the stochastic to see what happens on the weekly over the next few weeks. And if we see a bearish cross, it could start to look rough for Tesla. Especially the way that we just got a lower high here, lower high here, lower high here. And consistent lower lows as well. So yeah, it could be looking better for Tesla on the weekly for sure, and even the other time frames don't really look that great. Alright, Nintendo. Bulls losing momentum on the weekly MACD with a bearish cross, neutral on the RSI. Attempted to break above the fib level, then we pulled back below it for now, so a lot of consolidation going on. Bears gaining momentum on the daily MACD, stochastics coiled up quite a lot. Neutral on the RSI, and a lot of consolidation on the daily candles. Bears gaining momentum on the 4-hour, stochastic cross bearish, bearish control zone on the RSI, and attempting to bearishly engulf below the fib level. Yeah, Nintendo's not really looking that great either. If we see the RSI pull back down to the bearish control zone and the bulls continue to lose momentum, it's definitely possible that we'll start to see this asset pull back a bit further. For now, it just looks more like consolidation than anything, but it is starting to look not as nice as it was. Alright, Amazon. Bulls losing momentum on the MACD with a bearish cross, bearish control zone on the RSI, and some bearish engulfing going on the candles here. Bears gaining momentum on the daily. A little bit of a bullish cross, but starting to coil up. Bearish control zone on the RSI, and a lot of consolidation here. Looks like it is making a little attempt at bearish engulfing on the daily though. Bears losing momentum on the MACD for the 4 hour with the stochastic coiling up, bearish control zone on the RSI, and a lot of consolidation on these candles. Bears gaining momentum on the 1 hour MACD, bearish cross on the stoke, bearish control zone on the RSI, and attempting to bearishly engulf. So most stocks right now aren't really looking the best, and that doesn't surprise me with the way that the US stock indexes currently look. We're going to really want to see the stock indexes start to look nicer before we see some of these stocks really begin to look good again. Alright, Costco, last of the stocks for the night. Bulls are gaining momentum on the MACD for the weekly. Stochastics coiling up pretty heavily above the 80 zone. We actually have some daily bearish divergence, or weekly bearish divergence, which is even more significant than daily. So you can see that the candles are trending up. So we go from a high to a higher high. Meanwhile, the RSI is trending down. We go from a high to a lower high. So that would be a bearish divergence, a sign of a potential reversal coming back down to the downside. MACD still looks alright, but the way the stochastic's coiling up, we could get a bearish cross on the stochastic. So if we get a bearish cross with some bearish divergence, definitely a good chance that we'll see a pullback on Costco at that point. Bears gaining momentum on the daily MACD. Stochastics coiling up nicely on the daily. We were just overbought on the RSI. Now we're just hovering in the bullish control zone. And it looks like we are attempting to form support at the top of the fib extension here. So the daily's looking a bit nicer than the weekly. But if we see the bearish momentum grow and the stochastic bounce and not cross bullish, I'd be a bit more concerned at that point. Bears gaining a bit of momentum on the MACD for the 4 hour. Stochastics bullish but starting to coil up. Bullish control zone on the RSI. And on the 4 hour, I do like the way that we're consolidating above the fib level for now. Bulls losing momentum on the 1 hour. Bearish cross on the stochastic. Neutral on the RSI. And lower lows. Lower highs. Lower lows. Yeah, the 1 hour could be looking better as well. And there's also some 1 hour bearish divergence before we started to see it begin to pull back. Overall, I think Costco is looking a bit more bearish than bullish. We're going to need to wait to see if we can respect the top of the fib extension and hold here, but if we start to see it pull back below here, I wouldn't be surprised if we see a significant pullback on Costco. Alright, well, I'm going to call it an evening, everyone. I hope you all have a great night, and I'll talk to you all on Monday. I'm going to be taking the weekend off, so I'll just be back for the Monday stream. Have a good evening.
And they let it go while I reload. Like, bow, bow, bow. TSA just opened my book bag up and my chain hitting like, bow, 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 bow. The King's back in his hometown when them wheels hit and I touch down. They bow, 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 bow. She down low 3-point stands. I'm back there doing jack dance like, bow, 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 bow. And I'm not no fashionista, but I'm fly though. And I know I gave up drinking, but I'm high though. I told her I don't come from heaven, you can try though. I'm not on top of this shit yet, but I'm that guy though. I take a look round at my confidence, just wide open, big whip and it slide open. I notice they treat me like I'm chosen. Eyes open, heart clean and my mind focused. This shit just keeps going how I wrote it. How the hell could you doubt us? I mean, back then it made sense, but it's like, now what? Now they down to come round just to be round us. You ain't one of my dogs, why do you hound us? It's very few of you I like, but it's a whole lot of y'all I don't trust. Cause 10 toes, that's my MO. Fam over gram, that's my MO.
Fuck a close friends, I got friends that I keep close and they let it go while I reload. Like, TSA just opened my book bag up and my chain hitting like. The King's back in his hometown when them wheels hit and I touch down, they. She down low, 3-point stands, I'm back there doing jack dance like.